friends and families. We're finally back from Malawi, and now I have all the videos to share with you guys. So when we were in Malawi, we had a lot of great food. The people were super nice, and we had such an amazing time. So for Mass, we got to go to the cathedral in Lilongwe, and then in Blantyre, we went to Mass, and it was a very beautiful community. But for the Assumption, we didn't know the schedule, so we didn't get to go to Mass. But we did the rosary as a family. We had sugar cane, sweet potatoes, and the rice. It was just delicious. And then we went to Salima, next to the lake. The fresh fish, mind-blowing. It was so good. And then when we went to Blantyre, we tasted the grilled chicken burger. It was delicious, I'm telling you. And we visited the tomb of the president, which was a very nice place. They did the decoration beautifully. The plants are beautifully organized. And it was just beautiful. I loved it. Now I'm going to show you guys the videos. Hello friends and families. We're finally on our way to Malawi. So we're going to go to our terminal now and see you there. So for when we were going to Malawi, it was so long. So I played a bit of games, I fell asleep, I woke up, I ate, I played a bit of games, I slept, I woke up again, I ate, I played a little bit, and I slept. We still weren't there. And I got bored. Oh well, at least we made it there safely. So our first stop was in Lilongwe. But we didn't get off the airplane. And then our second stop was in Addis Ababa, where we spent 2 days to visit. Hello friends and families. Now we're in Addis Ababa. And we're going to spend 2 nights here. And then we're going to go to Malawi. So here we drove around the city to visit. Here is the Addis Ababa Museum. And we saw 2 statues of the Lion of Judah. One big one and one small one. This is the African Union, and we got to see the flag of Chad there. Here we stopped by a little Catholic church where we could go visit Jesus, and we saw some kids playing soccer. We're super lucky because there's the exposition of the Blessed Sacrament, so we got to do adoration with the whole community. It was a very beautiful church, and I noticed that all the women had their heads covered, and we were sitting on one side of the church. Then we're finally off to Malawi. And there we are. Now I'm just dancing at the airport because I'm super happy that we finally got to our destination. So I went to Mass at the cathedral in Lilongwe. Hello friends and family. This is going to be our first Mass in Malawi. And I'm super excited because I want to see the culture and how the church is nicely decorated here. And I'm very excited. Here's the statue of the Black Madonna, which was really tall and beautiful. Now we're visiting the tomb of Kamuzu Banda. Kamuzu Banda is the first president of Malawi, and here our tour guide is explaining a lot about him.
Before the film was live. That's a picture of him. That time he was 71 years of age. He was a Christian. He belonged to the Church of Central Africa Presbyterian, CCFE. So he used to start that verse with Psalms 23, verses 1 and 2. And when he was in power, we used to say he was a lion of Malawi because he was a brave man to fight for the independence. That's why they symbolize those lions' heads and those pots. So those pots was modeled at the Pottery in Malawi.
Here we're traveling to Salima, where we saw a lot of little shops and people selling baskets and fruits and veggies. They grow a lot of potatoes, cabbage, tomatoes, corn, and they sell those fresh vegetables in little markets along the way. We also had to share the road with a lot of animals, and here you can see that the sheep are not in a rush, they're just taking their sweet old time. Oh, it was really funny. There are lots of goats too. That looks like a family of black and white goats. Now the chickens are facing some really windy weather. And if it wasn't for the cage, they would have flown off. We got some chicken at home for dinner too. And I called one of them Oreo. Because, well, they remind me of Oreos. And that's Patricia, my favorite friend. In Malawi, there's a lot of beautiful baskets, and there's even more. They even make hats. Here is a little market with a lot of fresh vegetables. Now that's a lot of potatoes and sweet potatoes. We loved having some fried sweet potatoes. Now that's a lot of sweet potatoes. And now we're at the beach walking on the gray sand, which is very beautiful and sparkly. And after walking on them a bit, my feet turned to the color of the sand. It's the Lake Malawi, very big and beautiful, with a lot of fresh fish. The food was amazing. Here is some sardine, freshly caught from the lake. Here you can see the fishermen. They're mending their net after fishing. There's a big hunt for bananas.
How many fruits are here?
This is a mango tree where you can see a lot of baby mangoes that are soon to be ready. We weren't lucky because we arrived when the mangoes were just little babies, so they weren't ready to eat. We traveled to Blantyre too, and we went to Mass at the cathedral. Blantyre is south of Lilongwe, and we found this really beautiful St. James Parish. This was our last Sunday in Malawi, so after this we are returning to the U.S.
Hi friends and family. Today we celebrated our first Mass in Blantyre. And now we're going to be heading back to the U.S. See you on the other side.
And another long trip back to the U.S. Well, we arrived just in time for school.
The best part of Malawi, the people are super nice. And even when they're protesting, they're happy, they dance, they sing. That was the best part of Malawi. I loved it. Malawi, 10 out of 10. Actually, 10 billion out of 10.